Welcome back to Manifest, the podcast where we bend reality by unleashing the hidden power within us. I am your host, Noel, and today we dive into a topic that sits at the very heart of life itself, and that is purpose. You see, goals can change, jobs can change, even passion may shift over time, but your purpose is the anchor that gives your life meaning. If you have ever asked, why am I here? What is the essence of my existence? What is my purpose in life? What am I really meant to do in this life? If you have ever asked any of these questions, then this episode is for you. Now let's dive into the search for why. Why is it important to search for your why? Every human being is born with two important days. Firstly, the day you were born and the day you discover why you were born. Why are you on this earth? What is the purpose of my existence? What is my mission on earth? Who am I? What am I designed to achieve? What is the purpose of my being? Purpose is not just what you do. It's about why you do it. It's the fuel that sustains you when motivation fades, when challenges arise, when success feels far away from you. Purpose, purpose keeps you going. For example, think of someone like Nelson Mandela, a very common, popular example. His goal may have been to fight for freedom in South Africa, but his purpose was rooted in justice. It was rooted in justice, dignity, and equality for all. Purpose outlives the individual. It creates impact beyond yourself. So when you are gone, the legacy you left behind will still be remembered because you lived a life of purpose. Purpose outlives your goals. Now, people often confuse purpose with goals. And I want to make that clarification right now so that you understand what the difference are, what the difference is. Now, goals are specific targets. They are often measurable and time bound. For example, you might want to say, I want to graduate in 2026, or I want to save 5,000 euros or 5,000 pounds. These are specific targets. You can measure how much you may have saved within the time you designed to save that money. It has a time bound. It is a specific target. But purpose is reason for your existence. Oh my goodness. Purpose defines your essence. Purpose define your being. This is the essence of what makes you who you are. That is purpose. It's not time bound. It's the being. It's what carries you. It's what defines your existence. It's what defines who you are. Purpose is the reason for your existence. It is bigger than just a single goal. For example, I want to inspire younger people. I want to inspire young people to live fully. I want them to understand the essence of their existence. That's why I call myself the human investor. From a very young age, I knew I have something in me that when I talk to people, they tend to pay attention. I derive pleasure in seeing people get better through knowledge, through understanding, through my advice and influence positively. And I have a very strong desire to see young people unlock their potentials. I have this particular innate, inherent happiness when I see young people discover the essence of their existence. When I see them manifest who they are boldly and confidently, it gives me joy. So this is the center of my existence. Everything I'm pushing around this world, everything I'm chasing, whether it's education or finance, whatever it is, it's just an ingredient that I needed to have to unleash my purpose to my world. So goals are like destination on a map. Why purpose is the compass? Oh my goodness. Do you understand that? Goals are like destination on a map. But purpose is like the compass. It gives direction even when roads change. If you don't have purpose in life, you cannot live a fulfilled life. You'll be so unstable. You cannot have focus on what to do. You go for anything. You flip flop up and down. You'll be so unstable because there's no purpose. You don't understand the essence of your existence. You don't know why you are here on earth. You follow the trend. You dance around social media, social construction. You go for anything. You don't have a standard. There's no standard. You don't have an identity because you lack purpose. You lack purpose. It's the compass. It's the compass, okay, that gives you direction. Once you are convinced about your purpose in life, once you are sure about who you are, the essence of your existence, then you are going to be on the right path to your destination because you have the right compass to navigate through life. How do you discover your why? Okay? How do you discover your why? How? I'm going to explain to you 3 to 4 practical steps that you can adopt to discover your why because it's very important that you know why you are here on earth. What is the purpose of your existence? Why are you here? What is life to you? Don't live anyhow life. Don't live anyhow life. Give your life a meaning. Ponder, look inward, and ask yourself, who am I? What defines me? What are my standards? What do I stand for? Why am I here on earth? What is my mission? What is my purpose? This is very important. Ponder on these questions because without purpose, life makes no sense. Without purpose, life makes no sense. So, how to discover your why? I'm going to explain to you 3 to 4 practical steps how you can discover your why. Number one, look inward. Ask, what are my natural gifts? There is something in you that is always yearning to emerge. But because you are not paying attention, you left those things dormant all these years. Come on. The success you are looking for out there is right here inside of you. Discover who you are. Find what those talents are. Build yourself and then unleash your potentials to your world. The universe right there The universe is waiting earnestly, is waiting for your manifestation. The universe is waiting for your manifestation. What are you waiting for? Everything is in you. Discover who you are and then unleash your potentials. First step, look inward. Ask, what are my natural gifts, talents? What excites me the most? You know. What makes me to be in my element? What are those things? What breaks my heart when I see it in the world? When I see certain things, it breaks my heart. That means it could be a source of change to correct that thing, to correct that social injustice. But you tend to ignore it. No, that's your why. Find it. Look inward. Don't allow the noise in society to blind, to make you don't see your purpose. Pay attention to the inner being. Look inward and discover who you are. Look inward. Your natural gifts, talents, they're there. What excites you? What breaks your heart when you see it in the world? That's your why. Second step, look outward. First step, look inward. Second step, look outward. Purpose often connect with serving others. You serve to win. You serve to succeed. You must learn, have the mentality of understanding that to serve is to lead and to serve is to succeed. So look outward. All right? Look outward. Purpose often connects with serving others. What do I want to? Who do I want to help? And how can I help these people? What problem do I feel I'm called to serve? Life is all about the value. When you can add value to people's life, you can make a change. Look outward. Look for problems that you have the solution inside of you. It could be anything. And begin to find a way to practicalize your gifts and begin to solve those problems. Look outward. Be a servant to others. Don't always ask, give me, give me, give me, give me. It's all about collecting, collecting. No! Look outward. Be a solution to other people. Be a solution to problems that is around you. Look outward. Thirdly, look upward. Look upward. For those with faith, just like me, I am a believer in God. But I have no apology. I have no apology over that. I am a believer in God. For those of you who has faith, those with faith, pray and reflect. Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Purpose is God given, not man made. When you connect to the higher power, the Almighty God will reveal to you the essence of your creation. He said, I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. God knew you. God knew what you can do. He knew what you possess. So look upward unto Him to show you direction of your why, the reason why He created you, and help you to bring out the gifts that God deposited in you and use that for humanity. So look upward. If you're a person of faith like me, look upward and God will show you. God will show you honestly why He created you and the purpose of your creation. Number 4, experiment and act. Don't just think about it and keep quiet. No, I told you in my last episode, in my previous episode, the worst thing in life is not to try. Don't you ever be afraid of trying. No way is the worst thing in life, because if you don't try, how would you know if you will succeed or not? Okay, so first step, experiment and act. Purpose is discovered through doing, not just thinking, right? Not just thinking. Try new experiences, volunteer, mentor, create, watch what resonates deeply with your spirit. I'm a youth mentor. I like to inspire young people to discover who they are, to understand what they have inside, and help them to unleash their potentials. It gives me joy when I see them grow and become responsible adults that will contribute meaningfully to the society. That's what gives me joy, makes me excited. So this is my why. That is why I call myself the human investor, right? The human investor. So now let's go into living a life, a purpose-driven life. How can you live a purpose-driven life? Okay. So how can you live a purpose-driven life? This is very important. Don't just exist. Don't just exist. Understand why you are existing. Understand the essence of your existence. Otherwise, you're just here for nothing. You have only one life. Only one. Don't mess it up. You have only one chance to make a mark in your world. And the world is waiting for you. Don't leave this world with those things inside of you. Use them to impact your world. Living a purpose driven life. When you know your why, the how becomes easier. When you know why you are here, the how becomes easier. People without purpose, okay, chase everything. They're everywhere. But they catch nothing. They are everywhere. They have no direction. They go for anything that comes their way. They follow the trend. But you have to be the trend. Don't jump to the trend. When you have a purpose, you will be the trend. You'll be the one trending because you have values. When you have what people are looking for, they will find you. And when you have a purpose, it means that you have a value, you understand your value, and you know how to use your value positively. People will find you. When you have what people are looking for, they have no choice. They will find you because it's about value. People without purpose, they chase everything, but they catch nothing. But people with purpose may face storms, but they always rise up. They always rise up. Okay, they always rise with direction because they know who they are. They know why they are here. They understand their mission and they are consistent with their purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or something very big or famous. It just has to be true to you. Find yours, not someone else's purpose. Find yours. Look inward and find what are your purpose. Raising a child with love, teaching one student with care, writing a book, mentoring one young person. All of these are powerful when aligned with your why. It could be anything. Start from somewhere and begin to manifest your purpose boldly. When I was growing up, I knew I have something different in me among my peers. I love to talk to people. I love knowledge. I love education. I love to inspire. I realized that when my peers come around me, I finished as a child growing up, my early years, they like to listen to me. When I say things, they pay attention. They want to hear from me. And I have this natural charisma that draws people towards me. So I realized that God put something in me, that there's something here. People come to me for advice at a very young age. And I love to inspire people. I love to talk to them to discover that they can do something, to make them understand the power within them. Then I was like, come on, this is it. God has made me the human investor. I was called to impact people around me. I was called to inspire young people, to help them to understand that their power is in them. to appreciate what they have inside and how to unlock their potentials and manifest who they are boldly in their world. This is why I call myself the manifestor. So I knew my purpose. Everything I have, I'm chasing now. Education, travel experiences is all centered on trying to fulfill my purpose because I knew from a very young age what they are. Remember, goals will come and go, but purpose stays. Purpose is not just about success, it's about significance. It's about leaving a mark in this world, however small, that echoes in eternity. So I challenge you today. Take 10 minutes, write down three things you love, three things you are good at, and three problems in the world that burdens your heart. Somewhere in the intersection of those lies a clue to your purpose. Your purpose is God's gift to you. Your purpose is God's gift to you. How you live it is your gift back to Him and to the world. This is the Manifest, episode 4, Discovering Your Why. Stay tuned for the next episode as we continue bending reality together. I am the Manifestor. See you again in episode